organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, we have an update on the student that passed away over the weekend at a fraternity formal. Drag king.
For the people who are struggling to accept themselves or just make it through a rough time in life, drag means a lot.
And we introduce you to the voice of Iowa baseball.
It's been a week full of rain. Will we see the sun? Find out more on weather coming up.
All that and more coming up. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning and thank you for joining us for another live edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Becca Scadden. Yesterday we told you about a student who died while at his fraternity's formal in the Lake of the Ozarks. Daily Iowan TV reporter Cole Johnson is standing by in the studio with an update.
A press release from the Camden County Sheriff's Office says that police were called at 7 a.m. where Camille Jakowski was found in his motel room at the Lake of the Ozarks unresponsive. CPR was started at the scene. Jakowski was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The Sigma Chi fraternity released a statement where they addressed the investigation, saying, quote, "We are fully cooperating with the officials from both the University of Iowa and our international fraternity headquarters as they are investigating this tragic accident to better understand the events that led up to the cause of Camille's passing," end quote. In light of the death, University of Iowa Greek leaders sent out a statement banning all of Panhellenic and interfraternity events with alcohol. The ban will last until further notice. In addition, out-of-town formal events are permanently banned. The statement says the bans are not to be seen as a punishment, but as a way to address the alcohol culture within the Greek community. Stick with DailyIowan.com as we follow this developing story. Becca, back to you.
Thanks, Cole. A robbery occurred on College Street early Sunday morning. The police report says the victims were walking down College Street when a group of men got out of their vehicle, assaulted the victims, and stole their wallets. The suspects then fled the area in their vehicle. The suspects were not identified in the Department of Public Safety email. And many people in Iowa City are familiar with the local drag queens, but few are aware of the drag kings. Daily Iowan TV reporter Christopher Cervantes brings us more.
For nearly 2 years now, there has been a local drag king that has taken the city by storm. By day, Neva is a law student at the University of Iowa. By night, she is Mick, the most popular drag king in the Johnson County area.
Mick actually began in Utah, and it was a one-time thing. Didn't think I'd ever do it again.
Throughout his tenure, Mick has worked his way up to a title, Mr. Iowa US of A, and has gained a plethora of experience that he's willing to share.
My style is kind of a balance. I like to do over-the-top character things, but at the end of the day, I always kind of aim for very real boy. This is my wig for when I do Han Solo. So I did Han Solo for my state competition for nationals, and I'll be doing it at a burlesque show in Ames.
However, the road to such notoriety was not an easy one. Balancing a full course load as well as this extracurricular is a daunting task, one that was almost too much for Mick.
I almost quit drag a year ago. I heard from one person the story about how Mick made them laugh. And so then it just became this thing of, I made their day better, I made their day better. And I realized that because I knew the impact I was having, it made it all worth it.
Sadly, all good things must come to an end. Neva is graduating this semester, and where she goes, Mick goes. Despite a job at a law firm in Chicago, Neva and Mick are looking forward to coming back to see familiar faces and meet some old friends. Reporting from downtown Iowa City, this is Christopher Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.
An Iowa City favorite is back for the season. The Iowa City Farmers Market opens this Wednesday and will run through late October. On Wednesday evenings, you can find the market at the Chauncey Swan Ramp from 5 to 7 p.m. on Saturdays. The market is also at the Chauncey Swan Ramp from 7:30 a.m. to noon. More information about the Farmers Market can be found on the City of Iowa City website. And I know I, for one, am really looking forward to some sunshine finally. Let's toss over to Sydney Zatz in the weather studio. Sydney, what can you tell us about this week?
Well, Becca, I'm also sick of the rain. Taking a look outside this morning, it's looking to be a partly cloudy day in Iowa City. Temps won't be too bad, though, as we can see them reach about 40 degrees Tuesday morning, but I'm warning you, it's a little windy out this morning. Looking into the rest of the forecast as we head into Tuesday afternoon, things will get a little more cloudy as temps rise up into the low 50s. The evening, those clouds will clear away as we can see some mostly sunny skies with temps hitting just below 60 degrees. On Wednesday morning, we can see partly cloudy skies with temps at about 40 degrees. And Thursday, we can see mostly cloudy skies with temps hitting just below 70 degrees as we head into the weekend. It's going to be a pretty sunny weekend here in Iowa City. Temps will range in the mid-60s to about 70 degrees, which means it'll be a great weekend to sit out on the Pentacrest and study or procrastinate by playing some Frisbee. That's all I have for the weather this week. Becca, back to you.
Thanks, Sydney. And with finals week approaching, studying can sometimes take priority over sleep, and the UI is here to help. The Refresh and Sleep program run by Student Health and Wellness is a way to provide students with skills, strategies, and motivation to achieve more restful nights. The program is centered around online communication so the student can track their sleep patterns and receive awards based on the progress they have made.
Every time we do it at the end of every year, we do see that it's helping improve sleep on a whole range of measures.
If you're interested in signing up for the program, you can go to studenthealth.uiowa.edu. And there's been a new addition to the Coralville Strip. Daily Iowan TV reporter Rachel Valentine has more.
Located on the Coralville Strip beside Peking Buffet and the Heartland Inn is the first-generation Nile Ethiopian restaurant. Customers love the delicious food and the relaxing and cultural atmosphere.
Oh, I think it's exquisite. This is a really special place and the food is out of this world. Absolutely love this place.
Some people may wonder, what is Ethiopian food? When explaining Ethiopian food, customers usually compare it to Indian food because they use the same type of spices, but people use a different technique when eating Ethiopian food, only using their right hand to tear apart the food.
We really love Ethiopian food, and so this is very exciting, and I don't think Emily has ever had Ethiopian food, so this will be really cool for her to try it, and I think she's going to love the bread, which is very unique and delicious.
The owners of the restaurant are very proud of their heritage.
I was born in Ethiopia. I came here when I was young. I grew up in Iowan, Minnesota. Moved back here 4 years ago. We opened this business 2 weeks ago. We have Ethiopian food, spicy, non-spicy, vegetarian, all kind of food.
Put customers come and they get daddy and the customers.
Reporting from the Nile Ethiopian restaurant, I'm Rachel Valentine with Daily Iowan TV.
An Iowa baseball team had some rough weather for their games this weekend, leading to some pretty late nights. We'll toss it over to Lucy Rodine in the sports studio to bring us more on that. Lucy?
That's right. The Hawkeyes swept Penn State this weekend, but weather was an issue. Iowa ended up playing Friday night until 1 in the morning so they could get a doubleheader in. And I can tell you it was late and it was cold. But on the bright side, Iowa did sweep the series, so Iowa's now third in Big Ten standings. It was a really good weekend, I can assure you that. But Nick Gallagher was named Big Ten Pitcher of the Week, which was a strong start. But moving to track, the men's track and field team took home this weekend's Hy-Vee Cup, but one athlete had a weekend to remember. Junior mid-distance runner Carter Lilly had a strong performance this weekend at the Drake Relays in Des Moines.
For the second straight year, Carter Lilly was a champion at the Drake Relays, but this time he walked away with 2 victories. Lilly was all business to open the meet, focusing on in-state rivals Iowa State and Northern Iowa.
I mean, we run against Iowa State a lot, and I mean the rivalry is just as big in track and field, so we don't want to lose to that. We don't want to lose to Iowa State or you and I or any of the people around here ever, so it's just extra motivation at the end.
Lilly had to pace himself as he was one of the last events to finish Friday night and first to start Saturday morning.
I just knew that I know that I'm one of the best 800-meter runners in the nation, and as long as I go out and execute, I'll be able to finish strong. So, and then today I got in the lead, and there's no way I was going to let my teammates down and not get the win.
Coming from Sioux City and doing what he's doing, I mean, that guy should be one of the top guys for athlete of the meet, just because he obviously within less than 24 hours turns around and anchors two relays. Just did a phenomenal job this weekend.
The most special thing to Lilly was that he could race in front of the crowd that watched him win the relays in high school.
I mean, every year is special. It just gets better each and every year, so it's just always exciting to come here, no matter what.
Up next for Lilly are the Big Ten Championships. Reporting from Drake University, this is Will Silverstein, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Lily hopes to motivate his teammates as the beginning of his senior season nears. As the player of the Iowa baseball team prepare physically and mentally for each game, one new member of the Hawkeye team prepares a little differently. Reporter Mary-Kate Harrion has more.
Along with gaining 22 new players, Iowa baseball also added another guy to their roster.
The Hawkeyes down south for their second straight weekend now, as I'm joined by Steve Duncan, Zach Mackey with you.
Former Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Zach Mackey worked hard with the team in the offseason and was now hired as the new voice of Iowa baseball.
We had experience with Zach. He filled in for Brent Balbinot on some of our early road trips last year, so we were very familiar and felt very comfortable with Zach coming and being a part of our team. And that's the way I look at it with Zach and when Brent was here, is that they're part of our team and they travel with us, and Zach fits in really well.
I mean, it's one of those things, you know, when we're on the bus after a tough loss or, you know, a win, we feel it too, and obviously we've been with these guys for every single game, so it's a situation where you take some ownership and you feel a part of it at times. And, you know, the guys are great. They're a lot of fun to talk with, and the coaching staff's great as well. So, you know, they do a great job of making us feel like we're a part of the team.
As rare as it is to have a student be the voice of Iowa baseball, Zach's knowledge of the game and incredible voice solidified why he was chosen for the job.
As soon as I saw that Brent was going on to Toledo, it was one of those situations. I sent an email into Gabe Aguirre, who's the general manager of Hawkeye Sports Properties. We were in communications back and forth, as well as some talks with him, some talks with Coach Heller, and back in August they offered me the spot. So I was really excited about that and just the opportunity, because I know how important it is to get reps and to get as much. This is a great opportunity for me to stay busy in the spring and to get to do a whole bunch of baseball games at a high level.
He worked hard this summer. He went out and did a bunch of summer games, and I've heard from a lot of the Hawk fans that they really enjoy listening to Zach.
You can listen to Zach call the rest of Iowa's games this season on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Reporting from Dwayne Banks Field, this has been Mary-Kate Harrion for Daily Iowan TV Sports.
As I said earlier, junior Nick Gallagher was named Big Ten Pitcher of the Week. Gallagher is the first Hawkeye to strike out 10 or more batters in a game since 2014. The baseball team takes on Western Illinois on the road today at 4 p.m. An Iowa City gymnast is competing on the international stage. 14-year-old Adeline Ken Lynn was selected to the USA Junior National Team. Reporter Bo Bowman sat down with Adeline and talked to her about her future plans with Team USA and her plans after high school.
When most people think of gymnastics in Iowa, Olympic gold medal winner Shawn Johnson comes to mind. Soon, they may think of another. Adeline Kenlin, a freshman at West Branch High School, began her gymnastics career when she was just 2 years old. Since then, Kenlin has trained at the Iowa Gym Nest in Coralville. Kenlin's longtime coach said she was a natural even at a young age.
Addie was always special. I mean, from the first time she came into the gym, you could just tell there was something different about her, and she's very determined. When she makes up her mind that she wants to do something, she sets those goals and she works to achieve those goals.
Last month, Kenlin was selected onto the Team USA Junior National Team, which came as a surprise to her.
I was really surprised, and I was like, did they really call my name? Me and my best friend were actually so surprised, and we're like, did they really call our names?
Kenlin traveled with Team USA to Jesolo, Italy, to compete for the City of Jesolo trophy.
Kenlin, a freshman at West Branch High School, placed fourth in Jesolo, while Team USA brought home the gold. She also verbally committed to the University of Iowa earlier this year.
She did fantastic. I could not be happier with her performance. I could not be more proud of her. It's been a lot of training from when she's 7 and just building up and adding on from there to get her to where she is right now.
Paving the way for a new generation of Iowa gymnasts. In Iowa City, Bo Bowman, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Well, Adeline is definitely paving the way for a new generation of Iowa gymnasts. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for a look at 2 important Iowa coaches. Becca, back to you.
Thanks, Lucy. And that's it for this edition of Daily Iowan TV. For latest Johnson County news, check out our website, dailyiowan.com. And be sure to pick up a copy of the Daily Iowan. Thanks for watching and have a great day, Iowa City.